What's going on, gentlemen? It's August 24th, and nothing really too special going on. We have a lot of meetings this week. I had a couple onboarding calls today, and then a couple, I don't even know, 5 to 7 meetings this week. If I can close 3 of them, I would be happy. I'd be more than happy, actually. I'd be ecstatic. So, big week this week, but there's a couple things on my mind that I've been thinking about, kind of leading into this big week and conversations I've had during the week. And one of them includes a conversation with my friend who was talking to me about this really big goal and dream that he's had that is his absolute dream. Like, you know, he's for a long time he tried to figure out if this is kind of like what he wanted to do because it's a big commitment. And as he was talking, I was like, okay. So why haven't you done it yet? He's like, oh, because of this. I'm okay. But is there any other reason? I had to kind of pause. And then I started talking to him, and this is kind of like the advice I gave him. Because I think a lot of people go through phases, and a lot of people say things and they don't necessarily mean them, but they think they do, and then they don't. So I told him, what are you willing to sacrifice to get there? Because if it is your dream, your absolute dream that you would die for, that you know you would want to pursue for however long, whether you liked it or not, what are you willing to sacrifice to get there? You could probably do everything. You would sacrifice everything to get there. If it was your absolute most true dream, nothing stands in the way of that. Absolutely nothing. And there's no such thing as balance when you're vigorously pursuing something like that. At least I believe. Balance for me is a concept in which I'm still struggling to understand, especially at this age where all of our free time, I say our, me, people in their 20s, all of our free time in your 20s should be utilized to either get out of the corporate world instead of playing video games and going to the bar and watching Netflix in your free time. This is the most valuable free time you will ever have in your entire life. And the reason being, as you get older, you have more responsibilities, you have more assets you have to pay off. You get a house, you get a wife, you get older, you get, weaker. You have less time, you have less energy, you have less motivation. Now is the time where you have the motivation, the discipline, the excitement to go get something bigger than yourself. And so back to this idea of what are you willing to sacrifice? I asked him, are you willing to sacrifice this, this, and this? And he paused. He said, no. And I go, okay, well, maybe we have to rethink it. Because if it was your absolute dream, your absolute goals, and it might be controversial. If I told him this, he might be angry. But the reality is, are you willing to sacrifice these things in your life to get what you want? Because if you aren't, then that's not your dream. That's not your biggest goal. It's not something that you wanted your whole life. And that's just the end of conversation, honestly. Because if it was, then you'd be pursuing it and way sooner than you are now. And it's not to give him shit. It's just to be like, And it's very easy for me to sit here and say that, but I think it's true. And that's my ideology, and that's my philosophy. So, if you're struggling to find something that you want to do, or something that you want to pursue, again, my recommendation, I've said it a million times, is to do something you're very good at. Start with that. Because although it might not be your biggest passion, motivation, whatever, etc., I think because it's something that you're good at, you can create something out of it. And then the goal of chasing that is the journey, and that could become your passion. And it's crazy how I've heard this time and time again of our past successors talking about the failures or entrepreneurs saying, don't make these mistakes, and yet I'm still making the mistakes. And one of the biggest ones is the journey, the process is the mountain. It's not climbing the mountain
is the good old days, the fun part, where you get your happiness from. And when you get to the top, it's not as good as you want it to be. And you wish you could ride the high of trying, chasing something, building, and pursuing something. And I know this because I always ask myself the question of if I have everything tomorrow, all the money I want, all the cars, all the watches, beautiful girl, kids, a nice house, would I be fulfilled in life if I had all of it tomorrow? And the answer is no. The answer is no. Because I know the journey, the process is the important part, is the part where you get the rush, the excitement, the fulfillment in your life. And so every day I try to remind myself the things that I'm doing now, the low point in which I'm at, is supposed to be the exciting part. And once I make it, I'm going to wish I had a few extra hours sitting in this tiny office, starting up, building something, trying to make something happen out of nothing. When you have a false sense of support, you have doubters, you have people that, do believe in you. I will admit I do have a support group, but if I were to fail, the embarrassment would be it. Too flat. I could not bear it. So what does that mean? There's only one path forward. It's grind it season. Especially now that everyone's going back to school. It's time to get after him. It's time to get after him. It's really getting old now because September 1st is supposed to be my moving day. And it's coming up. And I'm here, and I'm not going back. And to be honest with you, there's sort of an ego attached to that school, because of its good name, the culture. And I always, thoughts pop in my head about second guessing myself. And then I remember how miserable I was there. And then I remember what I have here and the potential for this to grow is.
Guys, in 2 months, give me 2 months, seriously. After this week, give me 2 months.
I won't even be close to where I am now. I'm going to double my revenue right now, 2 months from now, 100%. No doubt about it. Seriously. I'm already on track to, so. Let's just fucking get after it, bro. Jeez, dude. Honestly, man. You're in your 20s. Go fucking build something. Take a risk, dude. I keep saying it, so cliche, but you have all the time in your world. Do not look back on your life and wish you had done something. Especially if you have something going already.